I'm here. I'm a little bit early, so I'm gonna kind of busy myself for just a minute. I think you guys are close to being there. Make sure I have all my ducks in a row, and they're quacking. They're quacking. Speaking of ducks, where have I got my stuff? I know. I should be talking instead of just busying myself. All right, is anybody here yet? Because I am a little early. Snohomish, that's gotta be Heidi. So Heidi, it's not giving me your name again. Is that Heidi? It is. It is. Larry, I haven't seen you in a long time. Larry, do you know I named one of my chickens Larry? I know they're girls. I still named her Larry. We have Barbara and Pat. Okay, let me tell you why I named her Larry, because we have one named Lucy, and Lucy is a pretty lavender chick, and Larry is a beautiful gray one. So I just thought Lucy and Larry, why not? Why not? And looky, it's almost gone. My black eye is almost gone. And yesterday I had to film with somebody else, and I didn't want to have my black eye. So Kaya nicely helped me with some foundation to cover it up. And then we get there for the shoot, and the photographer had COVID, so we didn't even film. But that's okay. That's okay. I know that you guys don't mind my black eye, so I haven't even tried to cover it up. I figured, you know what? This is life, right? And it goes on and on and on. If it doesn't, we're not happy. Alice, I haven't seen you in forever. What's the deal there? And Barbara's in West Jordan. I am so glad to see you guys here. Hi, everybody. Let's see if we're on the same page today. All right, today is August 4th. It was my anniversary 2 days ago with my husband, and 48 years. Alice, you're doing another book? You're working on your third book? That is impressive. Isn't that what makes you get going in the mornings? Isn't that why we do what we do? Is that we have to have things like that going. You know, if I just sat around all day, watched TV, or did nothing, I wouldn't make it. Can't do it. I did, Alice. I answered your email. Probably maybe about an hour ago. Okay, this is time to take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Oh, thank you, Larry. Yep, 48 years. We reminisced, right? And I'm not even wearing my wedding ring. I like this one. This one doesn't get in my way. My wedding ring gets caught on things, and I think I can't stand that. And I don't want to lose the diamonds in it, and I don't want to cut my finger off. So this one is symbolic of my wedding, but it's an eternity ring. I think I bought this in Dublin, Ireland, off a street vendor. Is that amazing? And I love it. I love it. Yep, 4 new Baby Lock machines hit the street today. And I am so excited. I am so excited because now we can start talking about them. Now we can start teaching about them. And now I get to start going out and doing promos for them. And so I'm going to be traveling a little bit. I get to go to Texas, not too far from now. I get to go to Phoenix in a few weeks. I'm really excited. And so, yes, I'm going to be doing lives from those places just so you can see where we're at and what we're doing. I am really excited to get going. And I'll be participating in another program with SoFest, which is coming up very, very soon, too. Anyway, we just got our new assignments today. Well, good for you, Alice. She already put a deposit on the upgrade. Great. Can't wait to hear more. Well, it is going to be really exciting. I just upgraded my machine. I've been sewing on a Destiny for years, and I have to tell you, let me show you what I got. And Alice, this is nothing to you, but I finally got my Solaris 2, and it just came a couple of weeks ago, and I've been playing with it, and I have dearly loved my Destiny, and I thought, I don't want to get rid of my Destiny. I want to keep her. Well, I did keep her, but I tell you, I probably had her 4 or 5 years, got to be 5 years. And I thought, I don't need another machine. I've got machines coming out my ears. But the first day I sewed on the Solaris, I thought, whoa, this is amazing. So, yep, I have the equivalent to the Solaris Vision, which I'm really excited about. It is a Solaris 2 that is upgraded. Anyway, I'm really excited. Well, Alice, maybe you can teach me. I am still learning about it. I haven't had time to work on it a whole lot, but I'm really excited. Really, it is an amazing machine, and I didn't realize what a big difference it would make in my life. So I don't need anything else, right? I'm not going to upgrade anything else for sure. All right. I want to point out something that I have on our website, and it's a fairly new point. Not only do I have this on the website, is anybody interested in this? I loved how she came together, and I love how quickly she came together. I got some pins in her still. I'm going to pull those out. So I was down to my son's, was it yesterday? I think it was, and had him and his wife, excuse me, do a little live with me. And it was so fun because she was so cute. And he looked at it thinking, what am I going to do with that? Why would I want that? And I says, Taylor, it's an ice cream bucket. Look at that. And he said, where's the ice cream? I don't get it. So he doesn't do this stuff, right? There you go. And there are 16 pockets, 16, mind you. And the pattern is up on the website. The tutorial is up on the website. And really with this one, you really need that video. You do. You need the class because it's so hard for me to tell you how to do these pockets without showing you. It just makes a lot more sense having the video there. So it's great. I could sell you the pattern, but you want the video. You really, really do. But look how cute that tomato is. Isn't she cute? And I love the spool of thread. I think that is so cute. Anyway, this is up. It is up. I've been waiting for that one for a long time. And I'm happy to have it there. And I want you to know that I did not put yardage for the fabrics that you need, because as you can see, I use like a 6-inch piece of this. And this is just a 5x5 square. So I just put down the requirements for each portion of it. And you'll understand once you get it and have your hands on it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And if you ever have any questions, what do? You ask your neighbor. No, you don't ask your neighbor. You email me at sewwithbarb@sewwithbarb.com. I kind of stumbled on that. It's barb@sewwithbarb.com. You email me there. I'll answer you. I'll talk to you. If ever you need to even FaceTime, if you got a problem that you just can't work it out, I can do that. I know how to do that. Some things I don't know how to do. I can do that. All right. Any questions? I was right the first time he and his wife, when I went to see he and his wife, I think it should be I went to see him and his wife. Maybe I don't remember what sentence I even said. All right. I just don't want to make people that are grammar experts crazy. I don't want to do that at all. All right. What else did I want to share with you? I want to know what everybody's been doing. Everybody has been gone. I mean, we have a crowd here today. We have quite a few of you here today. I'm really thankful to have you here today. I'm glad to have you here today because I don't like being here by myself. but I know that so many of you have been gone, vacation time, whatever, and then soon you're gonna be all getting ready for school, which is my favorite time of year. I have a lot of favorites, I know, but every single year, pretty much, I love to go school shopping. I'm not going to school. I don't have any kids in school. But I love to go down the aisles where they have all the back to school supplies, and I buy a lot of these. I don't even use them. I have, like, 10 boxes, and I'll have the 64 packs in my basement. I've got a box of just crayons. I need to start donating. I could give them to my grandkids. But I love the smell of school supplies. I love to use school supplies. I love paper. I love pencils. I love colored pencils. And so I treat myself to a box of crayons every year. I got a small one this year, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna think of something. I'm gonna use it. I just love crayons. In fact, when I go in like any Walmart, Shopko, well, we don't have Shopkos anymore. Targets, my favorite section, even in the grocery store, my very favorite section is the Post-it notes, the pencils, the pens, the colored pencils, the erasers. It's my favorite part. Isn't that sad? Okay, Suzanne, you said it's one of your addictions. What's your addiction? Of course, Alice, you're a grammar nut because you write books. Alice, you're working on your third book. Send me an email. Just tell me about it. I just want to hear. I think that is so exciting. I love to see people that pursue their passions. I mean, you know what? That's what we all should be doing, right? You should. I mean, what have I told you all along? Do something that makes you happy, that makes you feel empowered within yourself. Once you do that, then you're more used to anybody else, right? Oh, Suzanne, you love school supplies. I do too. And I love to go to Lowe's and Home Depot because I like tools too. I have a real problem. So my husband can't go to Home Depot or Lowe's without me because I want to be there because I like to buy stuff. I like to see stuff. I do not go down the cleaning aisle. I like to clean. I like to have my house clean. Just know that. But it's not my favorite aisle unless it's just to smell how good it smells. Boy, we have Deanna with us and Suzanne. I'm going to read your names back if I've already said them. And Alice and Camby. Am I saying that right? And we have Larry and we have Barbara and we have Pat and Heidi. It is so good to see all of you here today. It's just nice to know I'm not alone. And Sarah, you just joined our Facebook group today, didn't you? Or yesterday? The days are all running together. It's kind of that point where we've talked about before where I have so much in my head going on that I've got to start deleting something or else everything's going to fall out. Do y'all watch Sherlock on BBC? Love that show. Hi, Diane. Glad to have you here. All right. And Deanna, I haven't seen you in a long time, Deanna. I see your little picture on Facebook, but I have not seen you in a long time. We're glad to have you here. Okay, I'm going to talk about a few more things so I can delete it out. All right, we have a part on our website, and the website is sewwithbarb.com. And there's a little ticker at the bottom of this page that says that. So if you want to sign up for any classes, that's where you'll find it. If you have any questions, you're going to email me at barb@sewwithbarb.com. But who said that? So Larry said the delete button doesn't work. You will always recall the smallest detail. You know, I saw a friend of one of my sons. Don't you just love to see your kids' friends? I do, because the cool thing is they remember me and they'll say hi to me. Well, I saw one of Tay's friends I was buying feed for the chickens. So an odd place to see people in the feed store, right? And he walks by and he lights all up and he says, hi. And I said, hi back. But I couldn't remember his name. And it wasn't until we were loading up in the car that I remembered who he was, but I was really happy that I could remember who he was. And a funny thing happened, another one of Tay's friends. The other day, I was driving down the road and a one wheel, you know, those little things with a motor that just has one wheel. They look like a skateboard, but it's one wheel. My kids are crazy for those things. Well, this guy was on a one wheel and he was making a left-hand turn in front of me, which was great. But I knew him. And so I rolled my window and I yelled out his name because he's one of Tay's friends. And Tay's been out of school for 9 years or so, maybe 10. And I remembered this kid and I yelled his name just to say hi. And by darn it, if he almost didn't fall off that thing. And I could see he was coming back to talk to me. I thought, oh, I'm on the middle of the road. What am I going to do? So I pulled off the road and we chatted for a few minutes. And he did fall down because he was trying to maneuver back to where, you know, those things are crazy. I've never ridden one, never going to ride one, but I watch them ride and I think, oh, how do you do that? Has anybody out there ridden a one wheel? We have Marla has joined us. Has anybody ridden a one wheel? Put your hand up. Come on, say something. Have you seen a one wheel? Have you seen people ride one wheels? They're crazy. It's like a unicycle, except you're closer to the ground. What can I say? I'm so glad you joined us, Marla. If this is your first time being here, I want to know. And if it is your first time being here, I hope I don't scare you away because I'm a little crazy. Larry says, hi, Marla. Hope you're watching that. All right. Nobody's going to answer whether they've seen or ridden a one wheel before. So I'm going to skip that because I haven't. Hi, Cheryl. I talked to Cheryl the other day. It was wonderful. She is a cute lady. Such a nice person. You know what? You guys are all nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Suzanne says she's seen them, but they're too crazy for me to ride. I don't get it. I know I would be on my face. I even tried to ride a skateboard one day because I thought, I want a skateboard. I want to do it. Well, so we have kind of a sloping driveway, so I didn't have to push. I thought, let me just stand on it and just ride. Nah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I couldn't go 2 feet before I fell off. That's why. You saw I got a black eye, right? All right, that means I cannot do skateboards. In fact, we were, my kids still joke about this. We were in New York with a couple of the kids, and it was my idea. I think I've told you this story before. It's my idea. I wanted to rent bikes. You know, you see all the movies where they ride bikes around Central Park. I wanted to ride a bike. The first hill I came to, I had to get off and walk. And then you go down, it's not a flat. And I go down the next hill and I have to go up the next hill. And I had to get out and walk. And finally my kids would say, you know, she can't even ride a bike. Nope, I couldn't. So we parked the bikes. I probably wasted a lot of money that day because we rented 4 bikes and I turned them all in because the kids weren't going to go without me. Crazy, crazy. I know. Isn't the one wheel, Larry says the one wheel is like a unicycle. Why? Because it's only got one wheel. And so to me, it's kind of like riding a unicycle. You have to balance yourself because you got that one wheel, even though you got both feet on the platform. It's to me, that's kind of like a unicycle. Maybe it's just my crazy stuff. And Cheryl said you took the basic class anyway. How did it work out for you? Was it okay? Is there something more you want to learn? Because Surger number 2 comes up next Monday. It will be live next Monday. So I'll come online and let you know when the button has been pushed, but it's all ready to go. It's in the can, just waiting for that to come out. And we cover a lot of things in number 2. And number 2 also has a project. So everything you learned in 1 and 2, you'll use in the project. So number 2 is a longer class. I think the instructional class is probably almost 2 hours. And then when you make the project, that's another. All right. Hi, Jerry. You guys are so funny. I love it. I love it. I want somebody to bring a joke one day, though, okay? I read lots of jokes, but I forget them, or else I only remember half of it. The punchline is usually gone. I'll laugh really hard, but the punchline's gone. I never can. It's that delete process, right? I can't do it. All right. On the website, not only do we have, I'm going to say this again, not only do we have this on there, I can't talk about this enough. I love it so much. See how that ice cream bucket just works on there? And don't worry about what size your bucket is. You can make adjustments on this pattern. It won't be that hard. That's okay, Alice. You can watch it anytime you want. She said she bought the first Serger class, but she hasn't had time. That's because you're writing another book. I want an email, Miss Alice. I want to hear about it. I really, really do. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of everybody. And when you post pictures of the stuff that you've made, I get so excited in the mornings because I scroll through and I just, oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I can't love them all enough. All right, I'm going to go back to the website because we have so many things on there. We got some really good classes, and already right now I finished a project for our fall class this morning. And so I'm starting to get patterns put together and samples made so that we can start a fall class. And I really can't wait for that. Back to the website. Have I started here 4 times now? I'm going to go back. I'm going to try not to leave. Actually, I'm going to leave one for a second because Larry says, Alice Best Jackson, you're stupendous. Yes, you are. I'll bet you're pretty cool too, Larry. Okay. You've been with us for a long time. Larry's a name that we have known for a long time, right? You've kind of been following and being here. And Peggy Parrott has joined us. And if anybody's here for the very first time, I want you to tell me, okay? Tell me there. All right, back to the website. For the 5th time, okay, there is a section on our website called Nifty Tools and Notions. Now, how many times do I talk about my favorite tools? All right. And I say, well, you can go find them somewhere, you know, whatever. I put a section on my website where I have these tools listed, and all you have to do is click on the link. Okay. And on that link, you will find these. I love these. These are serrated. I love these. Nobody touches these but me. That's one of the things. And I wish these were on there. I'm going to go play with my crayons tonight. I love it. But the friction pens, this is on there. My Sewer's Aid, because I talk about Sewer's Aid. You have to have a bottle of Sewer's Aid because you will use it. You will need it. I love my Choco liner. This is that wonderfully flat line that you can get with chalk. Now, you might wonder, why would I want chalk over the friction pen? There are times I really prefer to use chalk unless I need to use this, because sometimes this doesn't come out and sometimes this doesn't mark as clearly as this does. So there is a reason why you have each one. It's like I talked about the other day. You can't nail a nail in with a saw. You got to have a hammer, right? You can't, one tool does not do everything. And then here's one of my favorites, my fabric folding pen, that's on there. And my bamboo stiletto. If you're going to search, you got to have a bamboo stiletto. And my all-time favorite is my hemostats. And I love the curved one, but I have like 3 pairs. So I've got different sizes. Some are straight, some are curved. But I love these. I love these. There is so much, in fact, no, I was going to say we're going to use them today, but I used them in the project I did this morning. So no, we're not going to use them in our demo today. But I tell you, if you've got hemostats, then you know what love is. I tell you, I love them. Okay. Oh, Sarah, this is your first time. Welcome, Sarah. We're glad to have you here. We're kind of a crazy bunch, but we have fun. We have fun. Welcome, welcome, Sarah. All right. I kind of knew you were new because you're new on the site. Okay. What I want to do today is sew a zipper pocket in a different way. Now, we've done zippers before where you just put them in the seam and you've got a zipper. We haven't done flapped zippers. There's a project coming up with a flap zipper, and there's several different ways to do a flapped zipper. But today, is kind of a fun way to do a zipper. All right, I'm going to move you down here on my table so you can see what I'm going to do. All right, so to do this demo today, I've got a zipper. I have an 8-inch square and I have two 6-inch squares. So what I want to do is to create a pocket. And this, of course, is not going to be something I'm going to use. I'm just showing you. Oftentimes I will make a bag and I want a pocket on the inside, but I don't want the zipper to go from the full side to side. I just want it to be in the center. I don't want to deal with that zipper out here. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that right on the center, but I'm putting right sides together. I have sewn a box, right? Or I have drawn a box right there. And it is about 3/4 of an inch wide. And you can vary that. It doesn't have to be that wide. But I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. First of all, I'm going to pin it so it doesn't move on me. And I have that box drawn right there. I'm going to sew on that box. Remember, right sides are together. And if you know where I'm going with this, then just hang on. We're going to go. I'm going to move you over here to my brand new Solaris. I love it. I totally love it. Oh, by the way, I have stabilized this fabric right here. If you're doing a bag, you probably will be stabilizing this too, because you want, well, I'll show you in a minute. That'll make more sense in just a minute. Okay, I am going to stitch on that line. I'm going to go all the way around it. One second. I forgot to plug my iron in, so I had to plug it in. And you guys probably noticed how quiet and smooth my machine was, right? You did, right? Please tell me that so I didn't waste my money, okay? All right. We're going to go back down here. I'm going to pull my pins out. Isn't today a great day? You guys having fun? You doing anything that's really exciting? Sybil has joined us. Maureen has joined us. Melody has joined us. And Janie has joined us. Wow, Linda is here. I love having you guys here. I just love it. Remember how I talked about doing your passions? I think it's so wonderful. And Larry says he's going to get a Solaris for his retirement gift to me. Good for you. Did I trade the Altair? Said Cheryl. I didn't have an Altair. I had a Destiny. And I still have my Destiny. And I think I'm going to keep her. Okay, so I have this box right there. Let me show you what I'm going to do with that box. I am going to draw a line right down here just so you can see what I'm going to do with it. And I know that there are many of you out there that already know what I'm going to do. Right there, you see that line I have drawn on there with my pencil? I'm going to cut on that line. So I'm going to cut through both fabrics. I hope I remember I'm doing this right. All right. And so what I did is I folded it over, got a good grip on that with my scissors. And I am going to cut. And I'm going to cut that little Y out to the corners. I don't think I got close enough to this corner. Whoops, grabbed it. All right, so I've got my fabrics. My fabrics are right sides together. This part right here is my pocket. This part right here would be the place where I want the pocket to go. And this will all make sense in just a minute. I'm going to poke that through that hole right there. And here is the reason I needed to have my iron plugged in and I had forgotten. Okay, I'm going to put that right back there. Now, if I had my little bowl of water, I would definitely be using it right now. And I'm going to poke that fabric to the back side. So now I have wrong sides together. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I am going to take you with me this time. Sometimes I leave you behind when I iron, but I'll let you come. Okay, now I'm going to press that. And I'm really wishing I had my little bowl of water here. I'm going to be licking my fingers any minute. And I'm going to press that one underneath. And I want that seam to be right divided right there. I don't want to see my green fabric on top. There are times when I do. Yep, there goes my licking. There are times when I do want to see some of that fabric. It's not one of those times. And I'm going to press that nice and flat. And this is also why the stabilizer really helps on this fabric because, and you can't see a darn thing, right? It really helps because otherwise I'm going to get some puckering. I don't want any puckering. You can also make the opening that I did. I did 3/4 inch. You can make it a half. It really depends on what your zipper is that you're putting in there. Okay, we'll pretend like that is just wonderful and beautiful. I'll bring you back over here. All right, so I have opening right there. Now, the next thing I want to do is that I want to put a zipper in that opening. But I have the head, see it? But I don't necessarily have to have the teeth or the metal part right there. I can just, because I have a big zipper here. I've got a string that's going to drive me crazy. Okay, I'm going to give this another press on the back side. You know, the last 2 times I've done StreamYard, Faith has told me that it's muting me because I'm using ill. No, I'm not. It's crazy, isn't it? All right, you can see that all I need is to see the zipper right in there. And then I'm going to top stitch around here. We're going to do that, but I'm going to move my head inside. Zipper. So there's lots of different ways to skin a cat, right? I wonder who thought of that, skin a cat. That really sounds mean. Now, if I had my tape out, by the way, that tape is on my website. If I had some of that double-sided tape, this would be a place I would use it. And this is not for a project, so if I get this a little crooked, I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I just want to make sure I get those teeth together down there. And if I need to, I can move that head around as I need to. I just want to make sure I don't separate those teeth. Can you see ways and possibilities that you're going to be able to use this technique? Because I use it quite often, especially when I'm making bags. I'm going to move you back over here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. There I go. I'm going to move you down. All right, all I'm going to do is sew around this zipper. Like I say, if this is a little crooked, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to take the time. I don't want to take your time to go through this. All I'm doing is putting that zipper behind it. I hope you're going to ask me in just a minute, well, how's that a pocket? You put a zipper in, but so what, right? I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm going to move that zipper head out of the way. Now remember, I moved the metal teeth, the metal stoppers. They are not anywhere within my needle. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Let's go back over here. Hope you guys aren't getting dizzy. All right, right here. I have got my zipper in there. Look at that. There's my zipper. It's in there. All right, now I want to make it into a pocket because as you can see, that is not a pocket. So normally I'm not going to do it on this because I'll probably pull this zipper out. I've got my right side back here of my pocket. I'm going to lay this on top, right sides together. And I would cut this off. I would cut that off. And right now I would sew this together. And it's not hard to sew together because all you're going to do is take it to the machine and sew around that. And it lifts nicely away from the other side of my pocket. But I think I'll sew it in there. Just temporarily. Just so you can see what I'm going to do with it. Okay, because I'm not going to cut that zipper off because I'm probably going to use that somewhere else. Not the best view, is it? All right, so I can fold this part of my bag away from me. And I'm going to go in a 1/4 inch seam, and I'm just going to sew around this. But remember, I would be cutting off the zipper if it were actually my project. But right now, I can just fold that back. Okay. All right, let's go back down here and look right there. I now have a zipper in a pocket that I have created, and there is the inside of my pocket. Can you see that? There's the inside of my pocket, and it is a fully wonderful pocket. It's not connected down here. It's going to be kind of a floating pocket, but it is definitely connected up here. See how I sewed all the way around the pocket? Do you see how that works? Don't you love that? I love that. That is one of my favorite ways to put a zipper in because it is so fun and easy. And now I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools. Have I showed you this before? And maybe you already have one of these. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions on the zipper? Anything I can help you with? Hi, Linda Judy. So, Linda, you're not seeing anything? StreamYard just shows you a blank screen. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you there. Hey, and Larry, you said, I love how the Baby Lock thread cutter sounds like the first few lines of Dennis the Menace theme song. I'm going to have to pay attention to that. That sounds fun. Yeah, this is just stuff to put in your catalog and not worry about, Alice, because, um, hi, Janice. Anyway, all right, now I want to show you this. This was not on the agenda for today, but I'm going to show it to you because it's that wonderful. Just 1 second. I can't unpick without being able to see. So what I'm going to do is pull out a few stitches, just a few stitches. So I pulled a few stitches out of that corner. And you know what? I could sit and unpick like this and pull it out, or I could just rip my fabric and that wouldn't be much fun. All right, but look what I can do with my, and by the way, this is on my website. You can get it. Oh, so Alice, do you have one of this? Oh my heck. This, you could shave your legs with this. Honest and truly, you could. I think somebody was probably doing that and thought, I could take out the thread with this. But the way this is guarded, you really can't get your fabric all the way on it. You do have to be a little careful. I mean, you're not going to just dive into it and just do it. But look at this. I can do this piece by piece, or I can even see. Look at that. That easy. Clips little threads. All you have to do is keep a nice feather in it. So I have a really bad well, if I like, I have one to, so I probably had another one that I'm completely. Anyway, that is the seam ripper, and I love it, love it, love it. So now, Alice, you can get it out and use it. All right, does anybody have any questions? Are you going to put a pocket in and just try that? Or at least, look for a time that you can do that. And there might be a time that it'll come in handy, and maybe it's just one of those things you're going to put in the back of your file cabinet up there, and you'll use it one day. One day you will. Oh, darn. Someone says it's frozen. I don't want it to be frozen. Well, I'm not seeing any questions I need to address, but I love having you here, inviting you into my home. I just love it. All right. If you don't have questions, I got nothing else to say. I really got nothing else to say because, see, I have crayons to go use, right? I got crayons, and I love it when they're sharp. And of course, these are pretty sharp. And if they're not, I have my 64 pack that has a sharpener in it. I'm going to go use it. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love it. Unfrozen again, but it was blurry for the razor drama or demo. I am so sorry. Do you understand how that works? Because it has a little razor in there, and it's got the teeth, the guard right there. So as you're cutting, it is cutting just the strings, just the threads. Don't ever call them strings. It's not going to cut your fabric. It can, if you're not careful, it still will, because if you get something wedged between that, it still might. But I love this thing. Love, love, love it. I think we'll do an even better demo on it one day because I can't talk enough about it. You know what else I can't talk enough about? Is this. And you know what other project I have recently done that I love so much is that sunflower pouch. Do you remember that one? I've got stacks back here. I have so many stacks of everything. Is this. This is one of my very favorite, because I love sunflowers. I love that. Isn't he cute? And I love the sunflower. This project is also on the website, and they're fun and easy to do. And if there's something, a kind of a class that you would like to see, I am just putting together the fall classes right now. So if there's something that you think would be interesting to a lot of people, then tell me about it. Okay, let's see what we can do with it. I'm kind of excited about some of the directions we're going for the fall. And I have another one, kind of a big thing I'm going to be doing in October. I believe about the 1st of October. I have to get the dates all figured out first. And that's going to be exciting and fun. So kind of keep that in mind, that something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is going to be great. West Side Story. Oh, darn, I'm going to get censored for that, right? And tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time is when Kaya is going to come on and show us the clothes that she has made with her $100 Anna. All right? She's made everything on that Anna. And I keep saying, Kaya, I've got another machine. Nope, I like my machine. And she does. She's done buttonholes. She's done everything on her Anna. And I want you to see what she's made. So she's going to do a little fashion show for us here. She's going to model the dresses that she's made. She made her prom dress. That's just one of them. She made a, I can't remember the fabric, a velour suit. She made a pantsuit for her orchestra. I don't know if she'll show us that, but it's amazing. She is amazing. In fact, she's here a lot. She stays here most of the time. So smart. I'm sure I can handle it. How do you, Cheryl, how do you find the class you purchased? You should have gotten an immediate download with it. At least that's what they tell me. And Cheryl, if you can't find it, email me, okay? And I'll make sure you get it. What her favorite? Oh, it is. Has Rose in the title. Somebody help me with it. Something Rose. Her favorite fabric line. I can't remember. What is it? Has a rose in it. Does anybody know what that is? I know that you guys do. It will come to me right after we go off air. Because she does have a favorite fabric line. I'm not coming up with it. I'm sure that she'll talk to us about it in the morning. IQ designer classes. That would be a year of classes. So we'll probably do some things here and there. That is a very long class. There's so much to learn about it. So much. And I'm really excited about it. I'm going to think of that. And then I'm going to go crazy, and maybe I'll throw it on Facebook and say, see, I did remember. All right, everybody. We have done a lot today. We've talked about nifty tools and notions on the website. So now you have a link and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's not a class that I teach that I don't use one of these in. There's not a class. There's not a time I sit down to sew where I don't have my By Annie stiletto or my bamboo stiletto. It depends on the machine. There is hardly any classes where I don't use some kind of a marking pen. Okay, you got to have them. And I like my my Sewer's Aid. How do you get along without that? And then, of course, these. But I tell you, I use this one. I told you I made a new project this morning for the fall classes. I use this over and over again today. Because, when you're trying to, you have a vision in your head of what you're going to make and how it's going to work together. Sometimes it doesn't work exactly how you think it should. So I've had to utilize this little guy and redo it so that when we have the class with you guys, it's all right and it's done right. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. Okay, I am seeing. Oh, somebody said that I had to buy 2 stilettos because you couldn't find one. Well, you won't like it. I have 5. I have 5 by Annie's, and I probably have 8 of these because these get dull. And the Biannies, I got to have one wherever I sit. I've got to have me a Bianni. I have to have it. I can't sew without it. It sits right in my machine. So I hate to tell you that's what I have. But I use them. It's okay. You got to have your tools, right? All right. I guess I'm done. I'm done. What is the next thing we're going to do? I think next Wednesday is our project on the tens. I had to look on my calendar back there. And I think that'll be the next. Oh, no, wait a minute. Tomorrow we're going to be here for Kaya's fashion show. And then next Wednesday will be Project on the Tens. And if you're not familiar with that, Project on the Tens is on the 10th, the 20th, and the 30th of the month at 10 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Daylight Time. We do a project. And it takes about 10 minutes to do, meaning it's just a small project. It's nothing big and fancy. It's something you can do in about 10 minutes. Sometimes we talk about it a little longer or show you different ways to do it so that it takes a little longer to demo it. But when you sit down to do it, it's 10 minutes. Or sometimes if it takes a little longer, we're not going to tell, right? There's no police in here. Anyway, so that's next Wednesday. But tomorrow is Kaya, and Monday the new Serger class will be released. Okay, I'll come back on Monday and tell you all about it, so you know how to sign up for it. I'll give you the link. It's all going to be there for you. Okay, take a deep breath and do something to make yourself happy, to make yourself glow inside. Because if you glow, you can shine your light on somebody else. Okay? So start glowing. I want to see your glowing faces. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and being here with me today. So I'm not by myself. Thank you.